Okay, I have more shit to do! I don't have time to linger on these. We are doing Caleb's card. What the fuck? Did I change color? Am I get it now. Get it now. More energy. Wonderful. We have... Let's just see the shirt. Fine. Caleb. Now. It does not want me to play the Caleb card. Start. Confirm. Oh my god!
Quick! Seal the main bridge's blast doors! Those Empire bastards have already taken control of the secondary command center!
Did they just censor bastards? So Raphael can say climax, but Caleb card can't say bastards. I felt after I'm very curious. Hey! Penny! Hi! Oh, fun.
Send a message to the nearest starship immediately! High Marshal Caleb will...
Now! The Imperial Guard captain gives me a laser firearm and I slowly raise it. I aim at the mechanical lock, located in the center of the blasted doors. The bridge's blast doors spring open, releasing a cloud of frosty white vapor.
Your Majesty, all Federation soldiers have been subdued. The starship now belongs to you.
Turn the freaking frogs gay.
We jammed their comms in advance. The Federation's High Marshal won't learn of this for at least 3 days. Reinforcements will arrive within 1 week to escort you safely back to our home planet.
Yeah, Dan. I survey the area, walk past the broken Federation insignia on the ground, and give the slight nod. Can I get a hew, hew, hew? No. The Federation dare to touch my belongings. Starship will serve as their reparation. 2 weeks ago, I received word that the Emperor's Roar, an Imperial transport ship, had been seized by the Federation while passing through Starport number 7. Offensible. The Empire and the Federation were always at odds with each other, due to various conflicts. Although battles large and small are commonplace, to blatantly overstep their jurisdiction within a starport is a neutral space zone was unmistakably a provocation. There we go. Not to mention, the Emperor's Roar was carrying gifts from various overlords for my coronation. Have the guards inventory the warehouse. Record everything that's missing or damaged. Isn't the High Marshal still recovering from his injuries? I'll send him a letter of concern in 3 days. Imagining the expression on his face when he receives it makes me smile. Include a reparation invoice as well.
As you wish.
After the guards leave, I walk into the depths of the starship's cabin. My fingers trail over an exquisite ornate double-edged dagger on the table. This doesn't seem to be amongst my presents. The footsteps behind me resound almost simultaneously, with the hum of laser firearms charging to its maximum output. I spin and raise my hand. The trigger is set to maximum power. But the man I'm aiming at only raises an eyebrow. With a flick of his finger— What the fuck? He tosses it to the... we can go back. With a flick of his finger, the firearm traces 2 silver arcs in his palm. He tosses it to the attendants beside him, as if discarding a boring toy. Behind him, dozens of Federation soldiers in pure black uniforms are sealed off all the exits in the corridor. They bow their head to him in sequence.
Your Majesty hasn't changed a bit. When it comes to your belongings, one wrong glance would send you flying into a rage. You even made a trip to this remote galaxy.
No wonder the starship's defenses are weak. I anticipated Federation would have a backup plan, but I did not expect Caleb to appear in person. The Imperial Guard still needs time to form a counterattack. We need to stall him for now. Same can be said about the High Marshal, no? I heard you sustained minor injury. It looks as though you're alright.
You rarely leave your Imperial planet, so of course I had to personally welcome you to make sure everything was alright.
Caleb smiles as he raises his finger, and the Federation soldiers' weapons simultaneously turn to me.
My baby sister.
Oh, and the fandom burns
Majesty,
down.
the nobles are waiting in the audience hall.
Oh, gives me life to hear it. Oh, deep in my heart of hearts, this brings me back to Vampire Night. Oh, delicious. Your Majesty, the nobles are waiting in the audience hall.
As for the interception of Empress's roar, someone leaked the intel. However, we don't know who. They're riled up and saying we must demand an explanation from the Federation.
Do we know? The Empire and the Federation have been at war for centuries. We don't need an excuse. And the nobles don't want an explanation. They want to see the new ruler's position and capability. A ray of sunlight falls on the flowers in the I set down the stems in my hand and gesture for the maid to clean up the scattered leaves. You should pay the price for daring to target what's mine. I pause and recall the interstellar news report from a few days ago about the attack on the High Marshal in the capital. I'm afraid Caleb's life Federation isn't always as glorious and carefree as he thought it was. He most likely doesn't have the energy to manage starport-related affairs. This is the perfect opportunity for me to take the initiative. Sit up and take the robe that Maid offers me. The nebulastic apples at starport number 7 are in full bloom, yes. I visit them myself. Unfortunately, having a plan is one matter. My clothes are falling apart. Wait. I can fix this. Give me a second. It's annoying me. Why is it not working? Go inside. It's supposed to. There, and then it goes like that. And it goes like that, and it should stay in. There we go, we fixed it. Maybe. Maybe not. We almost. There we go. More than 10 dots from the laser sight appear. I face them head on and take 2 steps. Killing me is easy. What did you think about how you'll handle the aftermath? Although I'm the Empire's Empress, there are plenty of potential heirs to choose from once I die. I shrug, lower my weapon, and smile. My successor might not be interested in playing these childhood games with you.
It was a joke, Your Majesty.
Aha! Caleb waves his hand, and the guns behind him are immediate.
Traces of weapons smuggling appeared at the starport, and the Federation is assisting the Lorne Galaxy with its investigation. It's all for the sake of interstellar peace. If armed conflict were to break out, it would threaten the safety of shipping routes.
That set aside a matter of peace. If the Lorne Galaxy sought help from the Federation, that would be a reasonable justification. As a shipping hub at the center of our known cosmos, its stability affects the interests of many galaxies.
Those small gifts the Overlords offered you might very well be destroyed in some transportation accident. Even Your Majesty, who owns the entire Empire, would feel that minor wound. Am I wrong?
Since you know this, you shouldn't have interfered with my private transport spacecraft. You know very well when that is slide. Or are you saying you went through all this trouble just to lure me here for sightseeing? Caleb approaches me, picks up a double-edged dagger, but he makes no move to slide it back into the sheath at his side.
It's been a long time since we last saw each other after your coronation. I missed you.
Anyhow! When he says that last word, his lips are almost pressed against my ear. Only I can hear a familiar hint of playfulness. My fingers curl around the loaded laser arm as I lower my gaze. Caleb is the person closest to me, but at this moment, he and the Federation are the Empire's greatest enemy. If I want to secure my position as Empress, I will inevitably cross swords with him. Fire a gun and kill him?! Various thoughts rolled through my mind, and at long last I ceased to clear a sword. Regardless of our circumstances, he's my older brother, so naturally he belongs to me. Rather than let someone else kill him, I'd rather do it myself. Egg! The laser firearm barrel is knocked away before the beam is fired. Raises Caleb's shoulder and strikes a porthole. In the expressionless face, he sheaths his dagger and glances at where the blade cut him.
I thought you'd be more interested in catching up.
The wound isn't deep. In fact, it's more of a warning. Press down on my wrist to stop the bleeding. Caleb raises his arm. Federation soldiers who aimed at me again have received a signal to step back. They clear a path for me.
Take your Empress's roar and leave. I won't give you a warning next time.
Fine! Gosh! I was young back then. I turned I left the bridge. I didn't look back, not even once. War broke out once more. It wasn't any different from the wars between the Empire and the Federation for the past hundreds of years. Caleb and I, at distant ends of the cosmos, live and die in futility. The heavens can only eternally spin in vain. In cosmic year 649, the meeting between the Empire's Empress Moon and Caleb, leader of the Federation, ultimately ended in discord. They once grew up together in the Imperial court. Separated, they rose to power in two great galaxies to create their own era of prosperity. But as they ruled, the accumulated grievances between the Empire and the Federation failed to be resolved and worsened. They spent their entire lives restraining each other. They never achieved reconciliation. Did I get a game over? I did. Noted! Wrong answer! Drop the weapon and feign. I drop my weapon and link arms with Caleb. Smile slowly whine. Regardless of what the future holds, this game, like power struggle, has only just begun. I plan to savor it for a long time. I missed you too. Before I came here, I heard that Nebula's apple bloom. Apples bloom beautifully. Would you like to accompany me to see them? Egg! Puts his arm around me.
Good answer. I know the perfect spot.
Inside an observation room. No! The metal hatch slowly closes behind me. Where do you here? Caleb recommended we head to the top of the starport's highest tower. From the window, one can see the nebulous apples in their entirety.
The attire of an empress suits you well.
Weren't you threatening me with firearms earlier? You changed your tone awfully quick.
Are you angry?
He removes his sidearm and grips my hand. No, maybe so. Grips my hand and places it over the weapon's handle. Two different temperatures simultaneously develop my.
You could hold it and threaten me.
You think I won't shoot?
You won't.
His fingers glide across my wrist and trail down my arm to reach my back. Rough texture makes my brain hitch for a moment.
I'm the only one who has played these kinds of games with you since childhood.
Tilts his head slightly and affectionately kisses my cheek.
And my guess is that you don't want this to end too soon either.
Depends on what we can give each other during this time. I hug Caleb back. My breath caresses his neck. The nebulous apple flowers at the starport. Beautiful. I like them.
You can visit this place more often when you have the time. I can keep you company for as long as you want to look at them.
I narrow my eyes and pretend to accidentally step on his foot. You've forgotten what I like most belongs to me. As long as you let go, I can let bygones be bygones. Maybe the relationship between the Federation and the Empire can be mended through us. However, it was never good to begin with. Caleb shows no sign of loosening his grip. Instead, he picks up a strand of my hair and twirls it around his finger.
I know you well enough. You're upset because you didn't get the upper hand. Let's see. Another Imperial fleet should already be on its way here. If I withdraw my people from the starport now, I'm afraid what I'll face won't be your reconciliation. I might as well be caught in a pincer attack.
My thoughts have been exposed, so I could. On behalf of the Empire, I can promise to not act against you. On the condition that you'll leave immediately. No words leave his mouth. Then he flicks the accessory on my cloak, which is embedded with the crystalline he gave me. The crystal is only formed by cold ring zones that are created when two nearby stars collapse simultaneously. Despite being on the market, it's always been priceless. One day, Caleb somehow got the words from somewhere, piloted a long-haul vessel alone through a cold ring zone to find the crystal. I remember his smile when he brought it back. He said his job is to always bring me whatever I want. But what if we want the same thing?
How long will it take for your fleet to arrive? A week? My people only need 2 days. Starport number 7 is the closest location for reaching the Nizir galaxy, where the Federation is located. We must control it at all costs. If worst comes to worst, we'll destroy it. It's still better than letting the Empire control it. I assume you didn't want that outcome when you arrived.
He's correct. I'm here with the intention of displaying an alliance with the Empire's nobles to confront a common enemy, so I could win over some of the loyalty needed for my reign. Starting a war isn't difficult, but winning without fighting is. I also don't want my subjects to remember me as a warmonger empress, especially since I've just ascended the throne. contemplating the current situation, I pull away from his embrace. Let's compromise then. The Empire's fleet and the Federation's garrison both retreat. Everyone will be able to coexist peacefully.
My dear sister, you seem to have misunderstood me. I'm not here to negotiate.
Okay.
The Starport's viceroy submitted his resignation, and the Lorne Galaxy has accepted the new candidate who was recommended by the Federation. It was when we were viewing the flowers.
Huh? Caleb leans in, his voice softly brushing past my ear.
You weren't the only one buying time.
Caleb, you've really become a convenient blade for the Federation. A dull pain spreads from the side of my neck. I try to push him away, but he catches my wrist first.
Are you referring to this?
Did he fucking bite me? Why? I mean, I'm here for it, but why? Such a out of pocket just. How dare you? A struggle and Caleb's arms tighten around.
The Lorne Galaxy is frequently plagued by turbulence. It's better to wait for your fleet to arrive so they can escort you back to your home planet.
Got it, Moon wants more bites. Biter. Hey, I'm a fan of biting,
For the next few days, just relax and focus on catching up with me.
His kiss descends without warning. Amidst the entanglements of lip and teeth, I bite his lower lip. I only feel satisfied when a metallic taste of blood fills my mouth. This early in? Really? Wow! Says he took what he wanted. Yeah! This is the lightest price he'll have to. I fucking hope not. I don't think I can I don't think I can
This
take
is Her
that.
Majesty's favorite cloak. Let go.
The vases! Protect Her Majesty's vases! Bring the cushions from the other rooms!
Ah. We'll make it fit. Carefully. Shortly after the fleet escorted me back to my home planet, which is the Empire's Caleb. Is in the Empire. Caleb's apology gift arrived! How are you doing? Wonderful! I'm enjoying every little second of this. Currently, they're brazenly digging up the ground in my greenhouse garden while making incomprehensible strange noises.
They're chewing on the last Nebulasia apple.
He gave us a dog. Gave us a pet! You know what? Yeah, sorry about that. Here's a pet.
Your Majesty, this Bit-a-Pup has a stubborn, unruly temperament. I believe the High Marshal sent them here with ill intentions. Why don't we send the creature to the Houndmaster? At least they will be taught some manners.
That's unnecessary. Look at the chaotic state of the garden they're in, and I raise my hand to stop the secretary from saying more. Oh, values and bumps. All I do is slide right off. Dang. They're mischievous, pup. I can't possibly tear down my palace. On my way back to the Empire, I came up with the rough beginnings of a plan for my retaliation. I just need an opportunity. Interstellar Starfaring Summit is about to be held in the Empire. Caleb has to arrive as a representative of the Federation. The starship will encounter a small problem, which means he won't be able to arrive on time. He'll have no choice but to ask me for help. I'll have them guard my bedchamber. When their former master apologizes to me, they can help me deliver a message. In the cosmic year 129, people dissatisfied with the Cosmic Empire left the Allure Galaxy. They announced they would establish their own nation in the Nizir Galaxy. Thus, the Glory Federation was born. The Federation opened its doors to all of the Empire's opponents within several decades. It rapidly grew into the Empire's most powerful adversary. In Cosmic Year 150, the Empire formally declared war on the Federation, and so, for hundreds of years, the flame of conflict never ceased. Both sides claimed victories and defeat. But the two great galaxies always maintained a delicate balance. Neither could completely shake the other's foundation. In the Cosmic Year 642, a young man who grew up in the Imperial court voluntarily switched sides and went to the Federation to study. At the time, no one knew that this young man rose to the position of High Marshal in just 5 years, would change the entire cosmos. 2 months later. But before changing the cosmos, there was another important matter awaiting this young man's attention. His unexpected absence from last night's summit, which has been held in the Empire, is the result of bidding on the Lorne Galaxy's long-haul vessels.
Due to personal reasons, I will regrettably be absent for this interstellar starfaring summit. I hereby extend my sincerest apologies to all participants and to the organizer of this conference, the Empress of the Cosmic Empire.
Several ministers already visible, delighted before the holographic report on the astral news ends.
It's as Her Majesty predicted. The Federation would never admit that their starships experienced technical malfunctions. Who could have predicted that replacing one small component would make their superior navigation system malfunction?
Representatives from the Lorne Galaxy want the Empire and the Federation to bid for the new long-haul vessels so they can gain a profit. Since the Federation is absent, we predict we'll be able to save 100 million cosmic credits.
Your Majesty is truly wise.
Thank you, thank you. In a good mood, I tapped the armrest of my throne while accepting the ministry's flattery. I'd secure Lorne's long-haul vessel production line for the next 3 years before the Federation realized what's happened. Caleb will get a taste of returning empty-handed this time. After everyone leaves, I reopen the news report from earlier and wave my hand to rewind it by several seconds, then I take a screenshot. This obedient, apologetic expression is a rare sight. I'll send it to Caleb later so he can see it for himself. As I leave the audience hall, the overcast sky doesn't affect my good mood in the slightest. In the corridor, Heibe, whose name was found inscribed in the inside of their collar, is enthusiastically chewing on their beloved toy. They happily bowed over to my feet once they see me approach. I pick up the toy and hold it in my hand. What the fuck? Hold it in my hand, and then playfully tease Tebe with it. Oh, well behaved. Speak later. Shorttail is awakening faster now. As raindrops suddenly fall, I scoop up Tebe and head to the nearest greenhouse for shelter. The greenhouse has long since been renovated. Plants extend outwards with their leaves to release the season's distinctive fragrance. Subconsciously, I make my way around to a flower wall. Sure enough, I spot that familiar white bench. Looks exactly the same as before. Back then, Caleb and I would often whisper here. What? Flowers bloom abundantly. We avoided the maids by hiding in the blossoms shade. Did you go to that weird academy?
It's the Glory Federation's Interstellar Military Academy. It's the best military school in the galaxy. You saw the acceptance email a long time ago and even filed it under not interested.
Pretend not to notice the teasing in his tone. Like a wilted flower from the Federation despises Imperial citizens. They might never let you graduate.
Don't worry. I'll be going there as a neutral planet's heir. No one will cause trouble.
If you go to the Federation, you'll have to start over.
Starting from scratch to reach the position of High Marshal sounds exciting, though.
But you've gone to High Marshal. You won't just be my Caleb anymore. Furrow my brow, and he pokes a space between my worry lines.
No buts. Don't you trust me?
Absolutely
when
not.
You're the Empress and I'm the High Marshal, we can change the current relationship between the Empire and the Federation.
Who knows if that will be the case? When you leave, I won't be able to talk to anyone.
How's that possible? You're the future Empress. There will be plenty of people doing everything they can to win your favor.
He bends down and picks a Nebula's apple from the flower bed and pins it to my collar.
They're like this flower. Regardless of its rarity, all you need to do is look at it a little longer, and it shall bloom forever in your garden.
No, they can be tiresome sometimes. They're nothing compared to you.
Power always means enduring a few minor inconveniences. But with me, you can always be that willful little sister. I'll be leaving in a month. Aside from your gift list, is there anything you want?
They really think this is a no. No, this is very much on purpose. Okay, anything?
Yes. Anything.
Summer flowers and fruits have ripened. Their rich fragrance mingling with an intense desire. Before you leave, please satisfy me! Whoa! Okay! I tilt my head up and kiss his lips for the first time. Back then, I had no idea what I wanted to taste. Insane! My scattered thoughts return to the present. I look at the petals I unconsciously plucked and brush them aside. Perhaps Caleb and I had already taken different paths to build our own lives since the beginning. I believe that even though we might have instances of nostalgia, neither of us would question the choices we made. Just don't know when we'll see each other again.
Your Majesty, the High Marshal has arrived.
Ah! Huh? Come on, Caleb has arrived in the Empire before the Interstellar Starfaring Summit ended. The fact that he left the other galaxy representatives behind to see me make it difficult to determine his real purchase, however.
You complained about this silver tray being too plain when I gave it to you. You're still using it?
I forgot to throw it away.
As for these apple fruits, you must have forgotten to have someone replace them with more seasonal ones.
Moon, your prince has arrived. I know, right? He also happened to be my brother. Oops. They're just fruits. If you like them, you can take some back. The High Marshal still insists on visiting the Empire, even though the Interstellar Starfacing Summit is about to end. Are you planning to apologize to me in person?
Your Majesty invited me for afternoon tea first. Let's chat while we drink.
The Empire and the Federation aren't on friendly terms. Sweet Home Alabama starts to play in the background. No, but this is very much a Sweet Home Alabama moment. So Curtis. The Empire and Federation are no friendly terms, but since Caleb is visiting during the summit, I'll need to fulfill my duties as a hostess. Seeing him hold his teacup with leisurely attitude, I feel as though he's returned to his own garden. Could have made him wait longer in this hall. Chairs are the most uncomfortable. Attendant leads Tebe away. They don't have looked away their tail wags with particular enthusiasm. Totally not setting the mood. They erased them. They still remember you after so long.
Yet it seems like you've forgotten me. Or is the Empire's communication system so poor that not even one message from you could get through in 2 months?
Wow, about that. Oops. He's so angry. I have my own matters to do. Caleb nods non-completely. Sets down his teacup and rests one hand against the side of his face.
Your Majesty should be occupied with countless Imperial matters. So, you've been busy trying to retaliate against me?
It just means things will be more fun later. I mean, if I can't counter, he continues speaking. He's not making any accusation.
The plan was good this time. The people who executed it were very careful. I almost didn't find any evidence.
Today's also hump day, I've been told.
But if you had been a bit more ruthless, I could have been the first High Marshal to get lost and die in magnetic field turbulence due to a navigation system failure.
Oh, that would have just been a shame. I pick up a pastry and feign the perfect amount of surprise. Why the fuck? Go away. I thought you said you were absent due to personal reasons. Using such an excuse at the last minute to implicate the Empire would be too obvious. People from other galaxies wouldn't believe it.
So you were waiting for me to show up in the hologram. I took some time to get here, but fortunately, it could wait.
Like a magician, he produces a bouquet of flowers. I'm stunned. These are the times you're preparing this. Where did you get them from?
I was already late, so I figured showing up later would be more to your liking.
That's not what I wanted. A familiar floral fragrance drifts past. Later kind of circumstances. It's distant memory that softened my heart.
When you and I lived in the Empire, we used to butt heads over all sorts of things. You were younger, and I spoiled you. During those moments when you were in the wrong, sometimes I'd say you had a point. You never apologized, and I didn't have time to coax you out of your sulking episodes. But it's clear that neither of us could live without the other. We made a promise at that time.
Did we? Whenever one of us wanted to make up to the other, we'd place a flower by that person's pillow. The person who receives the flower must forgive the other before it wilts.
I'm here because I wanted to know if this promise still holds true. And whether the Federation and the Empire we represent might still have a chance for cooperation.
Although I'm surprised, I only raised my eyebrows. Signal for him to continue.
The Federation and the Empire have been mired in conflicts where survival itself was at stake. But after hundreds of years, this struggle has long since become a pointless habit. From minor clashes to wars, each one consumes finite resources while others prosper.
It's not as if I haven't considered the matter she speaks of. The tension between the Empire and the Federation stems from more people maneuvering beneath the surface. They create a turbulent undercurrent that never stops. But if going with the flow takes the least effort, why should I position myself as a reef? Because there will always be those who profit from conflict. Any attempt for collaboration would face significant resistance. I don't necessarily have to oppose you. But I also don't want to invite trouble.
If you let war fester, will it be easier for you to be the Empress? Don't forget that I defeated the ruler before you, who ultimately became the Empire's discarded pawn.
Caleb continues speaking in a measured, persuasive manner, but I detect a hint of something suspicious. You're confident you can defeat me. Why are you actively proposing a cooperation?
The Empire has many heirs, but only you are my baby sister. Why wouldn't I favor you?
I don't believe you. That being said, I'm also aware of how Caleb's proposal is worth considering. He finishes his last sip of tea and shows no urgency as he awaits my response.
Come to think of it, it's been a while since we traveled together. Why don't we look at what I found while I was lost this time? I think you'll be interested.
The long-haul vessel cuts through the edge of the cosmos and traverses star clusters and multiple warp points before arriving at the outermost edge of the Lorne galaxy. Interstellar dust gradually increases during the latter half of the journey. Caleb steers with precision to avoid countless obstacles.
Luckily, I was able to practice on the way here. I wouldn't dare to take you on a flight like this otherwise.
I think I've given you the perfect opportunity to show off your piloting skills in front of your subordinates.
You're not wrong. No wonder people say that the younger ones are little heartwarmers. You truly are considerate.
During our conversation, the vessel gradually slows down.
We're here.
All around us are dust clouds that obscure our vision, and churning nebula storms. I look at Caleb. He stares at the observation display, his wrists moving as he slowly adjusts the altitude.
When I got lost, I discovered warp points that aren't marked on the star map. I named this area Veletio, which means hidden place.
We're already close to the edge of the Lorne galaxy. If we go any further, stop realizing why Caleb brought me. Lorne is connected to Allure and Nazir. It serves as a buffer zone between the Empire and the Federation, and is a central hub of the known cosmos. But beyond that exist countless unknown places that have never been explored.
It's exactly what you're thinking. This warp point might lead to an unknown star system. The value it could bring far exceeds a single war. Shared interests can resolve hatred. The same principle can be applied to the Federation and the Empire.
But it could also lead to destruction, or nothing at all.
The decision is yours. I'm simply showing my sincerity for cooperation.
Above the firmament, that unfamiliar warp point flickers faintly. It's barely perceptible in the distance. Does anyone else know?
You're the second person.
You trust me that much? I look at Caleb, but I can't figure out what he's thinking. If I were to make a move against you, I could monopolize this discovery. No one else knows we came here. It'd be turned into cosmic dust.
Someone who truly wanted to kill would never look their enemy in the eye and speak the way you're speaking.
I need to think about this. Caleb lowers his head. Shadows fall across his brow as the air between us grows thick with tension.
Sure. But given our current situation, I'm afraid we don't have much time. Regardless of what our decision is, we need to move fast.
His kiss falls with a fierce intensity. I close my eyes and allow myself to surrender to his bold transgressions. Outside the porthole, the nebular storm surges violently once more. Its eerie purple light flowing across the glass. A shadow for intertwined figures is cast. There are many reasons that bind us together, but when they're weighted on a scale, our mutual interests outweigh everything else. I know Caleb doesn't trust me as much as he lets on, and again, neither do I. Morning light pierces through the layering clouds and casts light grey shadows across the massive long haul vessels. They're arranged in a formation at the center of the square. Faintly crumbling from the engine's heat, massive hulls are painted with the emblems of the Empire and the Federation. Around the square, nobles advance slowly within layers of guards, while commoners gather like a tide in the uttermost ring. At the highest point of the ceremonial spacecraft, I stand shoulder to shoulder with Caleb. I overlook this performance of peace.
The Empire and the Federation will form a joint fleet for the first Veletio warp trial. The stars will be our witness to this program, as it paves a smooth path towards cooperation. Lasting peace shall last longer in the cosmos.
I gaze at the nobles below. His expressions are filled with the most doubt. I don't look at Caleb, who's beside me. After returning from that trip, I formally consider his suggestion. He proposed that we could use Starport number 7 as a springboard to conduct a stable warp drill, consisting of a joint escort. Jesus! It allowed us to test whether Felicio is stable while rooting out a few troublemakers. We're working behind the scenes.
Your Majesty, High Marshal, please complete the ceremony.
I'm just about to step forward when Caleb holds out
his hand together?
Me. Take his hand. Might as well, right? This is the first time in 5 years that I've held his hand in daylight. His warmth travels through our finger. It's so comforting that it leaves me in a daze. Meanwhile, the scepter I hold remains cold as always. Later. According to what Caleb and I agreed upon, he will lead the first phase of the Felicio warp trial. He'll establish an observation center at the Starport number 7 and use a brand new warp point to dispatch fleets in batches. Yet before the first fleet could even depart, the Empire agents planted at the Starport reported bad news.
I didn't expect the Federation to act so quickly. It's only been a few days since they stationed themselves at Starport number 7, and they've already found an excuse to form a blockade around the area. Our people and long-haul vessel are still being detained. Communications have been cut off as well. They almost kept us in the dark.
The Federation can't be trusted. We never should have entertained the idea of cooperating with them. We've lost 10 of our newest spacecraft.
And so, I'm somewhat prepared for the obstacles this plan would encounter. But everything happened so fast that it's catching people off guard. I rub my brow and question whether Caleb would make such a short-sighted decision. Perhaps I'm unwilling to admit that my desire to believe in him is greater than I previously thought. But everything in the cosmos is constantly changing. The Empire can still afford to pay this price. However, the Federation didn't just offend the Empire. The Lorne Galaxy won't tolerate a repeated provocation. Rapidly calculating the current situation in my mind, highest priority is to withdraw before public opinions turn against us. Fortunately, I have a backup plan. Stick to the original plan. I will announce that I'm recovering from an illness to temporarily avoid the spotlight. As for the joint fleet, it's time to let the Lorne Galaxy know the deployment details around Felicio. The Federation broke the agreement first, but I can't blame us for muddying these waters. With the resolve to distance myself from this mess, I consistently claim I'm ill and remain in seclusion for the next 2 weeks. Each day, apart from taking walks in the garden and walking my bedside up, I spend my time in my bedchambers to study Or study. This could truly be called leisure. Until tonight, that is. As usual, I walk to my bedchambers with the secretary before parting ways, and I feel something amiss. The maid seems to be somewhat nervous.
Your Majesty?
But something happened while I wasn't here.
It's the same as usual. The Duchess visited and brought her nephew, who reportedly admires you. Following your Majesty's instructions, we said that you need to rest and receiving visitors is impossible.
During my recuperation, nobles have already been stirring restlessly behind the scenes. There's also no shortage of those wanting to seize an opportunity to curry favor. Bebe is still lying outside the door. They normally bark when they catch a stranger scent, but today they seem unusually well behaved. I'm overthinking it. I give a slight nod, and the maids immediately understand. They open the doors of my bedchambers for me. Before the doors are fully opened, I get the sight of a familiar outfit. Caleb! I quickly walk to my bedchamber and dismiss all the maids. Caleb approaches and leans down to remove my cloak. His fingers slowly brush across my cheek.
You look terrible. Are you ill?
I'm sorry to disappoint you, but I'm eating well, drinking well, and sleeping well. The stress you've caused hasn't given me an actual ailment yet. You are so pleased with the chunk you bit off from the Empire that you made a special trip here to thank me.
I'm here to resolve that matter, yes.
His overly calm demeanor only makes me more irritated. I turn to avoid his touch. Does the truth behind Felicio matter to us anymore? The last possibility for cooperation has vanished. Our next meeting will be on the battlefield.
You don't trust me.
Ha! I wonder why! Why would I? Didn't you already receive the prize I paid for that trust? And long-haul spacecraft? It was expensive, my dear brother.
Don't talk to me like that.
Caleb, I'm the Empress of the Cosmic Empire. You're the one who can't address me so casually.
I'll give you an explanation. You can decide whether or not you believe it.
Thank you. I'll be more cautious next time, especially when matters involving you are involved. People are like this sometimes. They know their words are rational, yet they're unable to stop themselves from saying them. I thought tonight would end in a sour note. But Caleb stays silent for a moment before looking outside.
I'm your brother. Don't always assume the worst of me.
At some point, it started raining again. The pitter-patter creates a delicate rhythm against the window frame. There are no other sounds. I turn away, avoiding his gaze, which shines with new emotion. Forget it. I'm not in the mood to play this game with you.
You'd rather play with another man?
Caleb! And here I thought they were going quite easy on us. Oh my goodness. Okay. Huh? I look towards the sound and see a rug at the foot of the bed. It's rolled up, and the fake outline of a person wrapped inside are visible.
Behave. Falling out of the window.
First of all, good line. Second of all, what the fuck?
Of the Empress's bedchamber can barely be considered leaving with dignity and grace.
The rug thrashes more violently. Caleb narrows his eyes and kicks it. The room falls silent once more. That was harsh.
You're worried about him?
He rests my chin and forces me to meet his gaze. Don't even talk. Why are you concerned about nothing? I'll send him back later.
He went through quite the effort to touch the Empress's bed. And you're going to return him without even giving him a glance? His face is decent, but his physique...
There's no need for that. Plenty of people like him compete to get that close to me. There are others with superior physiques. A low chuckle brushes past my ear as he suddenly grips my wrist. I crash into his chest.
It seems you've been living comfortably during your recovery. Isn't it my turn now?
You! The sarcasm doesn't escape. His crush between our lips and cheek. His kiss descends like a sudden downpour. My body surrenders before my will can resist. For some reason, we seem to crave each other more than usual tonight. It's raining again. Maybe, just maybe. We're both tired. This weather is perfect for holding somebody close. Or perhaps we finally see the unbridgeable rift that lies between us. Yet we're willing to accept it. Where everything completely falls apart, I still want to desperately hold on to something. Caleb.
Your reactions are more genuine this time.
I glare at him, only to earn a more intense response, as he presses himself against me, as an attempt to overwhelm me with an irresistible force. Neither of us wants to surrender. I forcibly push him, and he has to wrap his arms around me as we tumble towards the bed. Keep in mind, there's a whole man in a rug! Unconscious at the foot of the bed. This man is like, fuck my life and everything that ever happened to me. I press my knee against his tense abdomen and look down as I restrain him beneath the folds of my dress. He holds my waist as he kisses trowels down for my chest. A warm, wet sensation settles on my abdomen and sends thrilling shivers through me. We've embraced each other like this countless times, where our bodies are intimately entwined, yet our hearts beat on opposite sides of an unreachable chasm.
I know why you wanted me to do this with you in the beginning. You're used to having everything, so you're unwilling to accept that I'm the one thing you can't control or claim as yours.
Oh. Oh, this is wonderful. This is... I like how MC is just as insane as he is, honestly. That is... I love that. They aren't just still in my hands at this very moment. I release my grip. Sorry, getting spicy out here. We might be, fucking, with a man unconscious at the feet of the bed. I don't know, casual Wednesday. Release my grip on Caleb's hand and let my fingers trail downwards from his Adam's apple. My movements carry a hint of teasing, cell sign. A certain thought that has always lingered in is about to surface. It's the simplest method, and it could solve our problems. If we were to capture you and then immediately imprison you, without you as their High Marshal, the Federation won't be a threat to the Empire for a very long.
That would work, I suppose. But what would Caleb be to you when he's stripped of his status as the Federation's High Marshal?
my brother or my lover? Yeah, we're not going choosing. As much, alright, I'll be the first to admit, as much as I like a taboo love story, I feel like continuously tell someone you're my brother is a bit fucked. Like he's 6 inches inside and you're just like, my brother. It would end right there. Just, no. 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 You're my brother by blood and my naturally born enemy. As long as you bear the name Caleb, I will never feel at ease when I sit on my throne. I'll give you a new identity. Abandon your past and stay where I can see you every day. For example, my bed chambers is a perfect spot.
You want me to be your secret lover. A mere shadow that no one remembers.
A bit cruel.
Names and identities are nothing more than pieces of cloth.
Oh.
Even if you strip them from me, you still won't be able to truly trust me.
His hands glide along my waist, finally clasping my wrist, as he pulls me into his embrace once more.
Isn't this our current situation?
It's a reminder. My Caleb isn't a bird can be caged in a greenhouse garden. He's someone I can never control, and we love him for that. Honestly, good on him. I was talking to myself. This is still the easiest method. My fingers dangerously wrap themselves around his neck and shake it.
You want to turn my head into one of your trophies?
Oh, it's hate fucking. Got
If
it.
I let our circumstances develop naturally, maybe you'll get a chance. When that time comes, make sure you're the one who kills me. This
How
is
are you
also
doing?
my
I'm doing good.
promise to you.
Alright. In his eyes, I see myself wearing the same complex smile that's on. Long ago, our hunger for power tore holes in it and filled them with cold, ruthless hearts. Caleb and I are prisoners of our hearts' lack of mirth. We're merely puppets who are controlled and deceived by them. But perhaps we can still do one thing. One tiny act of resistance. Let's leave future matters to the future. At this moment, I want to feel the warmth you leave in my body. I mean, can ya blame a girl? Have ya seen him? I can't blame MC for that one. I would too. I take his hand and guide it to the warmest depths. Fuck, it's going too fast. As long as we have it to prevent us from being too cold, that's enough. When we embrace, he seemingly wants to embed himself into my very being. He wants to return to that point in primordial chaos where we had yet to separate. Our passion isn't born from understanding and trusting each other. A refusal to be consumed by that horrible emptiness gave rise to it. Intense pleasure and faint melodic mingle and merge. They wash over us in waves from where we're connected. If this is what love is, then we're in love. You're not! This...
You are mine. We've always belonged to each other. The cosmos in its entirety
Sorry.
can't even compare to your kiss right now.
My tongue catches something salty and bitter. Reduce my tears. Turns out even tears of joy are still astringent. It doesn't matter. I already kissed them. I think you've done more than that, girl. Sweet home Alabama. I mean, they are royalty technically, right? So I'm just saying, this is out of the ordinary for royalty. It's so fucking weird. Don't get me wrong. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. It's slightly fucked up. I just enjoy fucked up things. The Federation has betrayed us and taken control of multiple starports in the Lorne galaxy. We know their next target is the Empire. As your Empress, I have the responsibility to allow the Council of Elders to pass the Imperial Emergency Act. This is not a declaration of war. It's to ensure we won't be caught off guard when the crisis truly arrives. On the holographic screen, today's speech, and now my recovery and return, play repeatedly. I gaze at the figure speaking eloquently in the video, yet my thoughts turn to a person who's at the other side of the galaxy. After we parted ways that day, Caleb cleaned up the aftermath at Starport number 7 by himself. I don't know what he did, but even the Lorne galaxy was pacified. The Empire's spacecrafts were returned. Caleb packaged this crisis as my victory. And it even earned me a considerable amount of admiration from the nobles. This is his explanation to me. Perhaps the reason I might be able to trust him again. However, we know a cosmos that's about to be ignited cannot be doused by droplets of water. Communication device rings, interrupting my thoughts.
How have you been?
Hi, Boomstick! Not too bad. Not great. Great either, you?
Same. I saw Taby had torn up your precious garden last time. There was dirt everywhere. I sent a fresh batch of Nebulasia apples. They'll arrive in a couple of days.
I hope they can survive a little longer in their Tabby's teeth this time. Speaking of which, I managed to chew an entire lace trim into my bat chamber curtains. You want to see the photos?
Sure. Don't spoil them too much, though.
I don't do that. Or when they're not being mischievous, they're actually adorable. We chat about everyday matters and make jokes as usual. We avoid mentioning the war. It's possible we have nothing left to say to each other, once the situation has escalated to this point. Two days after the umpteenth border scuffle between the Empire and the Federation, the nebulous apples that Caleb sent me bloom. Petting Taibei, I sit on a bench in the greenhouse garden. This is a rare moment of peace. Suddenly, hurried footsteps resound outside the garden. I turn to see the serious
Your Majesty?
expression on the secretary's face.
We have an emergency. There was an explosion in Starport number 7's transit zone. The Federation claims that the starship involved bears markings of a transit authorized by the Empire.
The sound of rushing water echoes in my ear. I see myself drifting downstream, towards the only direction available to me once more.
The nobles are already waiting for you in the audience hall.
Let's go. I bat Taibei's fluffy head and set up to leave. Clutching a flower, I roll around on the grass. Our tail wags as cheerfully as always. War has begun. It happens more easily than expected. It's developing rapidly. The situation where two sides are evenly matched changes drastically after the Lorne Galaxy's first batch of long-haul vessels joins the Empire. In a few months, the Federation's decline has become apparent. I haven't seen Caleb, and I no longer hear the ringtone that accompanies his calls. Occasionally, I will hear his name in military reports.
Your Majesty, we've just received intel. The Federation's council is pressuring Caleb. They're demanding him to voluntarily resign. But Caleb took an unyielding stance and sent people overnight to warn the leading councilman. 2 days ago, he left the Federation's capital with a loyal fleet. His whereabouts are currently unknown. It's also possible that the Federation deliberately released this as a smokescreen to make us lower our guard.
Let's buy the headlines. What galaxies will spread this rumor? Either Caleb comes forward to deny it, he lets it become reality. I believe the scales are tipping in my favor. The sense of achievement accompanying it isn't as great as I expected. Something from the past never died. Even now, it continues to gnaw at me. The void in my heart has become exceptionally vast. It's an emptiness that couldn't be filled, even if it possessed the entire cosmos. After ending another deployment meeting, I return alone to my bedchambers and fall into deep sleep. In my dreams, an indigo wasteland stretches across cosmic dust. Something older than memory summons me. I raise my head and see the moonlight outlining a familiar figure.
You look tired tonight. What's wrong?
Yeah, I have the gall to ask. I walk over to sit beside Caleb, lean against his shoulder, like when we were children. I feel an unexpected softness. Unfortunately, this is a dream. I wouldn't be able to lean on you otherwise.
I'll always protect you whenever you want to lean on me.
Shake my head. You once told me that power is a blade. We must hold it in our own hands. When you grip the hilt of a blade, you can't dream of embracing another person.
Using a blade is easy. You'll always point the sharp end toward your enemies. But your current enemy is me.
You say awful words even in my dream. I hear Caleb laugh, as if he doesn't care. Then he wraps his arms around my shoulder to pull me into an intimate proximity.
Although this isn't what we originally wanted, the war has already begun.
I don't want it either, because I'll win this time.
Can one victory fill that unbearable emptiness in your heart?
I don't know. The throne, victory, peace, greater cosmos, and you. I want everything.
We've only been apart for a few months, and here you are, being more brazenly greedy.
You're also at fault. I'm notably honest when facing Caleb in my dream. Maybe it's because it's been too long since we talked like this. You're the one who made me think I could obtain everything. And now you won't let me continue having beautiful dreams.
Aren't I in your dream at the moment? You can do whatever you want to me. I just don't know how much you'll remember when you wake up.
That's not what Caleb is trying to imply. It pinches up. What am I to you?
You're proud, greedy, suspicious, willful, and even detestable sometimes. Yet, you're the cutest baby sister I could ask for.
Under the vast skies, we sit quietly for a long time. Only the moon's slow descent reminds us of the passage of time. Something soft brushes against my palm. I look down and see a blue-gray flower he places in my hand. This is definitely the cutest kappa. Then I notice the wasteland is somehow covered in blossoming nebula apples. Caleb seems to remember something. Smiling, he stands up. Are you leaving?
The dream is about to end. We can only make our wishes come true after we wake up.
Your wishes? I don't think I even know what they are. Doesn't look like he'll say more. I give up. You're just part of my dream. I can't expect you to answer my question. I can't figure out.
2 stars following separate orbits. Even if they intersect for a moment, it'll bring about destruction. That's one cosmic law. But it's possible that after seeking and embracing each other for eons, their attraction might not necessarily be for mutual destruction.
I'm still trying to make sense of this crypt. When he turns around, he walks towards the edge of the wasteland, where the moon has fallen. I want to catch up with Caleb, but I step onto empty air and rapidly fall. Before my conscience drifts away, I hear his voice again. It's more distant.
Aren't you curious about my wishes? I want the rules of this cosmos to change according to my will.
I wake up. Moonlight filled the lattice wind falls next to my bed. I get my empty hands. I feel disoriented. It seems someone once gently, tenderly held them for a long. Even now, warmth still lingers. Time passes silently. The shadow of war still looms over the major galaxies. I just realized this isn't on. Why is it not working? There we go. Will we get to see it once? Oh, gotcha. Will we get to see it once you have it? I'll probably post a picture on my story on Twitter. Not on Twitter. On TikTok. Probably. Maybe. I know I have a tattoo tour somewhere on Twitter after hitting 6K. Sup? Yo, yo, yo! How are you? It's been a hot second. Inside the reception hall and in front of a massive panoramic glass wall, starship models are displayed like constellations. Been planning on getting a tattoo, but not sure when. Today. Easy. Just get one today. Nearby, Phelan, a representative from the Lorne Galaxy, taps a hologram to give the sales pitch for this batch of brand new starships. What? Yeah, just get one today.
This is the design for the 3rd batch. If your majesty approves, we can immediately begin the next round of production.
Maybe? I mean, you know, if you get a tattoo in winter, it'll be perfectly healed for summer. No need to hurry. Currently, losses from the Imperial starship battles are lower than expected. I'll give you in contact that our strategist redrafted later. Real? Yeah? Phelan pauses, and then the hologram on the glass wall slightly trembles in response.
Of course.
You know, you're not allowed to swim with a tattoo for up to, I want to say 3 to a month. Like 3 weeks up to a month with a fresh tattoo. And you're also not allowed to expose it to the sun. So, keep that in mind.
Your Majesty!
Without waiting for the guards outside, my secretary burst into the reception hall. She was unable to hide her excitement.
The fleet led by the High Marshal encountered an emergency in the Allure Galaxy. The cause is currently unknown, but they chose to make an emergency landing within Imperial territory.
Thank you for the croak! It needs to be covered in a plaster and it's gonna sting like a bitch. No. No. No, you're not gonna put Band-Aid on it. No. No. You might use second skin if you have no reaction to it. But I have, like, I'm allergic to it. So I just let that shit heal without a second skin. Which means 3 times a day you have to clean it and you moisturize it every few hours. Gently. Don't drown it.
We've already calculated their approximate location and narrowed it down to 3 sites.
Galen immediately stands up and bows respectfully. When I say bandage, I've seen peeps with some sort of temp covering. Yeah, that's second skin.
Congratulations, Your Majesty. The High Marshal has crashed into the Empire's territory. This is an excellent opportunity.
Galen, you sound like you smoke about a pack a day.
If the Empress gives out the order to execute him, no one will dare to question Your Majesty's reign.
Oh. Does one of Lorne's denizens started caring about matters between the Empire and the Federation? I thought you'd be happier to see this conflict continue. After all, you still have plenty of high-quality goods worth selling.
The High Marshal has always been despotic and recklessly willful.
Ah, coffee. Careful when I hear a smoker sound.
My suggestion is to not let him easily escape your control, Your Majesty.
I remain non-committal. Gaze sweeps past Phelan to land on the secretary waiting nearby. Fine, them. Before I give the order, no one is permitted to attack.
As you wish.
I nod in acknowledgement, my fingers tapping the table's surface. Out of the corner of my eye, I catch a fleeting shadow of displeasure across Phelan's face. Ever since the Starfaring Summit was held, the people of the Lorne Galaxy have been somewhat dissatisfied with Caleb. But obvious attempts at showing discord are first. Did their patrons become impatient? Lorne Galaxy may have never been truly neutral, but I have no intention of exposing their schemes to use me as their weapon for now. At this moment, I'm more concerned about Caleb's situation. Notify command ship. We're departing for our home planet. Command ship traverses through the dark cosmos. Stars streak past at light speed, as if the entire world is disappearing behind me. I think I have too many things to ask him after 6 months. In what capacity should I meet you this time? Ah! Go find him! Yes. Yes. The Federation is dead. Stars will only remember one person's name. Give up, my dear brother.
But I brought you a gift for your coronation. Our nations want us to kill each other.
I've been told.
However, they don't know that we're from the same source. Our souls are entwined.
Push away. What the fuck? Only on the condition that you stand by my side. It's very windy! Assess the situation. Caleb?
You may have ambition, but haven't lost conscience. Sealing their own fate.
Okay.
Now then, let us discuss the terms for a ceasefire.
Okay. Oh. Negotiate. Well-being bridal carry, power move MC. Caleb, what do you want?
You.
Like, fucking excuse you? What? What do you mean? Alright, get it up, bye!
But after tomorrow, you won't belong to just me anymore.
Take it back. This is mine. This is mine. I'm sorry. The fucking fingers digging into his back. Okay. Good lord. Suppress it? What? Need to find a way to fill up. Fill up what? You need to find a way to fill up my ambition. Oh, I'm sure he'll find a fucking way, alright. Did we bite him?
Then let's make this our solemn vow. We'll forge our shackles anew. And we will kill that very thing called fate together.
Well, that was intense. On the throne, Caleb and I rest in each other's embrace. Dust has settled. The only wisp of smoke rises above parts of the ruin. Imperial generals have regained control of the situation. It's not hard to track down the forces that try to sabotage your negotiation. MC, I need you to cut the shit. You're not negotiating nothing, okay? It's the closest you'll get is political fucking. But like, you're not negotiating anything. There are no terms. There's nothing. Nothing. You just want him, and that's okay. Well, in any other context than this story, it's okay. This one... you're both insane, anyhow. Those who want proof from it will pray for the war to never end. Not just Lauren, though. The Empire and the Federation have no shortage of such people. They're only more covert about it.
Exactly. Too bad they picked the wrong targets. No matter how hard they try, it won't work.
Celebrates his wrist and spreads out several encrypted documents. He taps them, and a series of terms appear in the air. Raising an eyebrow, I lean in to get a good look at the documents. Balin drafted them. Enticing language. Generous terms. Cosmic High! It's been a while. 13 months! Fuck! Jesus! I've been doing this for that long. You've been here for that long? Sorry. I missed you. I missed you too. Lawrence. Entire shipbuilding capacity for the next 10 years. So running you all the way through.
Isn't it because I already have the ally whom I want the most? I had no choice but to turn them down. Even though my little sister abandoned me halfway through our collaboration, I won't hold a grudge.
Can you stop calling me your sister? Caleb, please, dear God, you're not. I mean, they are, but it's getting weird. Okay, even for me, it's getting kind of weird. Have you been doing? I've been doing good. As for her, I have been doing good. Not drunk as much as I want to, but I'm doing good. How have you been? Also, Happy New Year! He's referring to the Felicio incident. Claims to be sick halfway through while providing intel for the Lorne Galaxy. Haven't drawn at all this year? Same. Happy New Year! I suppose I caused him some trouble at the time, but that's in the past now. There's nothing we can't discuss. I couldn't have guessed you detected someone was planning to bomb the starboard, so you decided to strike first. In any case, the situation was unclear at the time. I wouldn't put my own crown at risk. Watch you in the tram? Oh.
I figured as much. I did visit you as soon as I stabilized the situation. You did the same thing tonight.
His expression free of accusations turned into a sense of guilt. It's been dormant for a long time. I gently link my arm with his. Be honest. Do you think you might die if I hadn't arrived in time? Others persuaded me, but I decided to kill you. He doesn't answer my question. He only lowers his head to kiss their hair.
Do you remember the
with
warp point,
familiarity.
Velitio? And the plan we created? I still believe it can change certain established rules and lead us to a different future.
We gotta hang out again soon? Yes, we should.
What do you think, Your Majesty?
The Empire and the Federation have reached a consensus and renewed the Centennial Mutual Assistance Treaty.
Holy shit, we ended a war!
The exploration plan regarding Velitio will also be resubmitted for deliberation by the Noble Assembly and the Federation's Council.
All we had to do is fuck her brother! Gotta go get my phone battery saying, why? See you.
Your Majesty, High Marshal, you may place your hands here.
Caleb and I step forward together and suddenly place our hands on the treaty. A ring of blue light spreads and ripples outward like starlight, or settling into a profound silence. But the cosmos abides by one truth. It will forever exist in unrest and chaos. Tranquility is only temporary. And we'll leave those headaches for our future selves. In this moment, I feel an unprecedented sense of satisfaction filling my chest. Doesn't this feel like we're exchanging vows?
If I had known, I would have prepared rings. If we exchanged vows, the old guard in the Empire would throw more than just one tantrum.
you care about that? Maybe we'll never be able to stand beside each other in such a way. His voice is quiet, yet it's clear. Feels as if he's whispering directly into my ear.
Ever since I was little, I've always accomplished what I set my mind to. Once I've chosen a path, I'll see it through to the end. It doesn't matter how impossible it seems. And when you kissed me for the first time, I was happy. I'm lucky that I have a sweet baby sister. Her heart is just like mine.
I have a name! You know, it is unhinged behavior to be like, isn't this like exchanging vows? And then go into the backstory of their first kiss. Hello, Moon. Watching cute anime guys and getting blushy over them. Oh, This one's weird, okay? Don't... It's hard to offend them. Anyhow, yes, basically. We're doing the spicy quirks after it.
Ever since then, I've never felt lonely.
Right. Gilm and I were once at opposite ends of the same fuse. But now all that is behind us, the cosmos will forge ahead unscathed. In the Empire, Caleb's name no longer symbolizes danger. Better, be a most gentle. Caleb, the Federation's High Marshal, Empress's big brother, former enemy, and lifelong beloved, second only to the Cosmic Empire. Someday I think I'll agree to let someone delete that small text in parentheses. After all, the life we'll experience together will be a long one. I should have taken a shot every time he says baby sister. Despite the memes and how fucked it is, I really like this card actually. That was good.